Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I just got out of the hospital. For those who know about what's been going on, you know that I have endometriosis. Hold on, my mother's talking to me. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. So for some of you, you guys know that I have endometriosis, and I've had it since I started menstruating, which for me about when I was 11. I thought that, the pain that I was experiencing, everybody experienced. One particular instance that I can remember is I had just gotten my license and I was driving myself to school. And thank God I was on a street that wasn't, like there was nobody driving but me. And I got this cramp, and the only thing I can think of is it felt like a lightning bolt, if I could imagine one going through me. And I lost all sense of what I was doing. And it jolted me, and I couldn't even, sorry, I just got a cramp. If you notice, my eye just jumped. I couldn't even control myself, and I got over into the wrong lane. And that's when I knew something was wrong. It was very painful. It's very, very, very painful. You bleed very heavily. I also had adenomyosis. I say words incorrectly as well, so if you're correcting me in your head, I'm sorry. I say medication names incorrectly. I am forgetful. And now that I'm anemic from the heavy bleeding of endometriosis, I'm even more forgetful, which is astounding. For the past 2 years or more, I have been bleeding nonstop. Sometimes I'll have a day off and I'm like, hold on, I'm about to have some days. And then sometimes it's like an ocean. There have been times that I've been in public and I will stand up and it'll just be like, shh, and I have to run to get to the bathroom. And there was one time where I was literally, there's nobody, I was by myself, there was nobody with me, and I had to be very inventive in order to get to my car and get home. Thank God it was winter because I had my coat. If you think that you have a heavy, and most of my people that watch me are women, if you think you have a heavy period, you've never seen one. So I've gone through myomectomies. I've had laparoscopy, where they put the robot in there. DNCs. I've had so many different surgeries. To take away the fibroids, to try to get rid of some of the buildup on the walls. It'll work. It's like a Band-Aid. It works for a few days, and then I'm back to bleeding like there's no tomorrow. So how do I deal with it? Normally, you wear a pad that people wear when they have incontinence. Honestly, it's very embarrassing, but it's not something that I have done. So it's not embarrassing in the sense that I've done anything. My body is this way. I'm a woman and my hormones are jacked up. When we have our periods, normally you have the ebbs and flows. You have your hormones are out of whack. My hormones are always out of whack. And so when I first came into the drama community, my hormones were all over the place. They always have been, because of my endometriosis. You feel like you're absolutely going crazy. For me, it's the anger. And so that's why I have to, for me, I've just chosen to stay away and off the internet, because the way I'm set up right now, I would just go off on anybody. I'm just so, in so much pain, and I have a low tolerance level right now. So it's like, I can't deal with it. Real life is life for me. Like, I have so much going on in my real life. And I think that the stress of my real life, like things that I'm actually going through, like I've been so sick that I had to pause school because I was messing up. I'm just being honest. It was interfering with my school. I go to school virtually, and I can't sit here. It was messing with my concentration, because I've had to have my gallbladder taken out. I've had, what other surgery? I've had 2 female surgeries, one of which I told you guys about. The other one I didn't. I didn't tell anybody about. I had a meniscus injury where I was having problems walking when I first got my dog Athena, Bop Bop. Trying to avoid stepping on her, which I would do it again. Thank God my knee is fine now. Just have some problems sometimes, but I can walk. And I knew I could do it. Because, I just wouldn't stop walking. I got on that walking pad. I started walking up and down the street, exercising. Hey, even with being dizzy. And let me get back to the symptoms. So now that I have had this anemia and been bleeding for 2 years or more, nonstop, I'm anemic. I think the normal hemoglobin we're just going to focus on hemoglobin, because there's other counts that are off too, like the red blood cells, blah, 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 right? Because you have different factors in your blood when they take your labs and they take your blood. There's different things that doctor looks for to distinguish if you are healthy or not. Okay, and there's reasons for that, because different things, like let's say your vitamin B or D or calcium, these things attribute to how you feel, or how your body works, or what's wrong with you. If you don't have any calcium and you fall, you're going to break something. You're more apt to being a brittle person, right? Maybe you might have osteoporosis. I don't know. This is just me trying to tell you, like, if you don't know why they look at the blood. The blood tells you a lot. So I think the normal range for a normal person with a normal hemoglobin, I think is somewhere like a 12 or 14. I might be wrong. Please comment below and let me know. This is off the top of my head. I could probably turn my computer on and look, but I'm not going to. Mine, a couple months ago, I was at like a 7 or 8, I believe. Well, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, when I saw, I think it was the day before yesterday, the day before yesterday, when I saw the specialist, they drew my blood, and we had a talk about my future. I'll get back to the blood count in a second, so pause on that. We talked about my future, and I'm not gonna cry. I felt like I was born to be a mother. That's all I ever wanted to do, is be a mom. Whether or not I was married, I don't know. I always wanted to be married and, have the husband. At one point it was a wife. Now I'm done with that. I was gay my whole life. give that to God. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't find women attractive, because I always will, but I have to do the right thing. So, it didn't really matter to, like, it mattered to me for the child to have a home that had two parents, a mother and a father. I believe every child should have a mother and a father. Yeah, you know, some people have two moms and two dads, but I believe a child, and this is even when I was messing with women, should have a mother and a father. I had a mother and a father. You should know male and female. You should have that energy. A male is a protector. He, you know, there's just something that, you know, my father gave me, that love and the protection and the leadership, and there's just so much that he gave me that it's different from a woman. We're different, you know, and that difference is what's beautiful, and that's what God made, right? He also made women, he also made men, and that's beautiful. I think it's still beautiful. I'm still for that, but it's not for me. Anyway, and if you would like to know why, we can discuss that at a different date as well. Just let me know. You know, I'm very transparent. But we talked about what my options were, and since I was like a teenager, they have been saying that I should get a hysterectomy because there's a lot of different things. I have a tilted cervix. It's like really tilted. When they do those exams on you, it's very, 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 very painful for me. Like when the duck bills and all that stuff, any kind of insertion, okay? And I'm just being real. So for all these people that say I'm a hoe, no, I'm not hardly. Quite the opposite. I've tried IUDs, I tried double Provera, I gained like 80 pounds with that. I tried dry Sprintec, I've tried everything there is. Last year, I got a Mirena when I was in the office. They tried to put it in the office, and my mom was with me, and I about jumped off the table because they normally put it in the office. Hunty. I almost flew off the table and punched somebody and stabbed them with something in the office at the same time. So my mom was like, "Can you just knock her out and put it in?" So they did. You know, I went under, all the way under, sedation, and they put it in. And a few days later, I just felt all this pain. And I just felt like something was wrong. So I knew something was wrong. So I kept on calling them. They were like, "Oh, no, he'll be fine," you know, da, da, da. And I was still bleeding. Like worse. If there is a possibility. It was worse. And I'm like, no, something's wrong. You know your body. It had embedded itself. You guys know, if you've watched me, if you've been in my chat, when I had these live streams, I've told you guys, it was embedded in my uterus. So they had to get it out of there. Of course, they put me under because you thought I was going to do that not sedated? So, one of the things that I can do, we were talking about, is go to a fertility doctor. They can freeze what's left of my eggs. And then I can get, you know, the hysterectomy. My insurance does not cover that. I'm pretty sure that's because when I was working at Citibank, I was going to get my eggs frozen. And I was in my 30s at that time. And they would have been like more viable and stuff like that. And the reason I didn't do it is because my girlfriend at that time kept on stressing she didn't want kids, but she had 3. So I should told her, well, you don't have to have them. But I always was a people pleaser, and I didn't really think about myself ever. And that's why I'm in the position I am now. So I do blame myself. So I can do that, or, which is what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to just get a hysterectomy because I can't afford it. And I just... So, for me, this is not just... It's a big decision because I'll never be able to have a mini-me. I'll never be able to give my parents what they deserve, which is a grandchild. Hold on. Okay, I just had to take a few breaths. And I said I wasn't going to vape this whole video, and here I am. I'm sorry. But now I'm for real stressed. I just, I wanted a child. I love children. I always have. It's one of the reasons why I just wanted a kid. Just one. I didn't want 2 or 3. No. I wanted 1. So they could feel special just like I did. Of course, if I had 2 or 3, they would always be special. But I wanted to just have 1 because I know how expensive they are. And God forbid if I was married and we split up, I didn't want to have 3 kids to take care of by myself. Just thinking about in the long road, I always saw myself with just one child. And I didn't care if it was a boy or girl. Personally, I wanted a boy more, but I just wanted a healthy child, That's it. Don't care whether they were a boy or girl. I know people have said that I could adopt. It's not the same. So I'm beyond depressed. I've been depressed. That's why I haven't been on YouTube. That's why I took my videos down. Among the fact that I kept on getting attacked by people that don't know me from like Facebook or wherever these people came from. I don't like them. And apparently they don't like me, and that's fine. They don't know me to not like me. So it's like, go on with your bad self. They're too flip-floppy. One day they like you, the next day they don't. I don't care. I didn't do anything to any of them. So anyway, I feel like there's no support on here. People support those that do bad. When you actually need somebody, when you're actually struggling. Oh, and here's another piece of news. You know how I went to community college and I graduated last year, and then now I'm in this institution, and I was trying to take it slow. Well, and like I said, I screwed up last semester, right? I've run out of financial aid, like my lifetime amount. So school is, I think it's like $17,000. Is it a year, I think? Or every semester? I don't know what it is. I have to look at the email. Don't quote me. But anyway, I remember like $20,000. That's what I remember. It was a lot. Okay, a whole lot. And so I'm going to have to figure out that cost because I'm not quitting. I'm not going to go to summer classes because I need to get the menstrual stuff taken care of. If I'm going to have the hysterectomy, I want to have time to heal. And so then I can get back into school, finish, and go to work. Because that's what I want to do. I want to work. I want to live my life. I want to make my parents proud. I want to be proud of myself. You know? Today, a priest came. Well, it was a person, I forgot what they call themselves, came by, a spiritual person came by and asked me if I wanted someone to come pray with me. And they asked me what denomination I was. I said I'm Catholic. And so somebody came back and we prayed. We said the Lord's Prayer. He asked me what I wanted to pray about. And I said, I'd like to pray, because my mom's knee is really bad. I said, I'd like to pray for my parents' health. My mom's going through a lot right now with her knee. And I wanted to pray for my mother, who just lost her sister not too long ago. So it's going on a couple years, but she's having a hard time with that. And I also want to pray for my father, because he's having a hard time with a couple of things I'm not going to mention. And I wanted to pray for my cousin who lost her mother, the babies, and my uncle who lost his wife. And I wanted to pray for our country. I wanted to pray for the children. There's a lot of children that are being abused and mistreated, and the elderly. A lot of this stuff just saddens me. I wanted to pray for, I also said I told him I was like, I'm on YouTube and I see stuff every day, and I wanted to pray for the people on here, for peace, so that nobody gets hurt, because I feel like somebody's going to get hurt, and I have said that for years. That's why I'm not watching anything. I can't even watch the Diddy trial. It's sickening to me. I heard some of the stuff and I was like, ugh. Like, why would he do that to that woman? To those people? And I feel like, I have so much to say about that, but this is not the video. So anyway, long story short, I've already made my decision, and my decision is I want to live. Because if I don't get the hysterectomy, I'm going to die. Like, I see stars all the time. My legs feel like rubber. My neck hurts. Right now it hurts. I start sweating. I'm not a sweater. I'm a person that is always cold. My mouth is really dry. No matter how much water I drink. Interesting, when they were taking my blood, nobody could get blood to come out. And when they finally got it out, it was like cool. She was like, your blood looks like Kool-Aid. And I looked down and it did, because it actually started running out. But when I got to the hospital today and they drew my blood, it was at a 5. 5. Look up what a hemoglobin in 5 means. Like, when your hemoglobin is a 5, and see what you find. So there's a reason why I'm always tired. There's a reason why I haven't been feeling well. I feel like there's an anvil on my stomach and I'm being stabbed. There was a video I did and everyone said that I sounded like I was on something. I just didn't feel well. And it really hurt my feelings that people would think I was on something. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I did that for a short period of time because I was depressed. But I wasn't even a drinker then. When I was younger, I used to go to clubs and drink then, but I was never an alcoholic. If I was, I would tell you. Because there's alcoholism in my family. So I told my grandfather I would never becoming an alcoholic, because he was one. That was a promise I definitely told my grandfather before he passed away. I would never do drugs. I don't want to be, I have a very addictive personality, so that's not an option for me. And I can't smoke weed. It makes me very paranoid, and I don't like it. I like to be in control of myself and my thoughts and my actions. I don't like to be goofy. I like to be goofy naturally, and that's what I am naturally. It may seem like to you guys that I am stuck up or something, but if you get around me, I am very jokey. And right now I'm very tired and my neck hurts really bad. So I'm probably coming off as like mad or something, and I'm not. I'm just tired. I am physically worn out. Like my shoulders are, I don't know how to describe it. It's like fatigue. I'm tight in here. I had to be on oxygen because it's hard for me to catch my breath. So I do have, my mom got them from Amazon. It's like this oxygen thing. And like all of yesterday and last night, I had this oxygen nose thing on. So they did give me some pain medication because I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. So they did give me something that I can take. I'm going to be very careful with it because, like I said, I don't want to get addicted to anything. I stopped going to pain management right before the pandemic. It's a long story. We have to go through that. But I just, but I need it because I'm in a lot of pain. But just for the record, for that video, I was in a lot of pain and I was not feeling well. So the same energy that I have now is the energy that I had then. And you can clearly see that I'm not on anything. I just don't feel well. And this is how I talk when I don't feel well. I haven't felt well for a long time, but right now, I really don't feel well. And they got me to a 7 on my hemoglobin so I could go home. The goal is for me to get to like a 10 so they can do surgery, because one time when I was supposed to get a myomectomy, this is recently, this is a surgery you guys did not know about. I was sent home that morning and couldn't have surgery because my hemoglobin was too low. And same would have happened this time too, because they were trying to do a hysterectomy in the hospital, but they couldn't because, of course, my gynecologist is a part of a group in the hospital that I attend, and they told the hospitalist, the one that was overseeing me in my case while I was there at the hospital, that some of my organs are like fused, and like the endometriosis has like strangulated some of them, so they have to, that's why I'm going to a specialist in the first place. I have an MRI coming up in June. That's as soon as they can get me in, and after that I see her. But until then, I just have to go about life as I normally have, in pain and whatever. But I will be talking to the hematologist I go see for my infusions and transfusions and see what the game plan is there. And I'll keep you guys posted. And I'm really sorry about this long video, but I'm in pain and I'm just rambling. So I probably will speed it up so you can listen to me without watching me look like this for 30 minutes. Oh my God. I'm going to speed this up. I'm so sorry. So just so you know, I'm speeding it up. It's not like I'm talking however fast I speed it up to. I'm sorry. Before I go, I really hope that you guys are doing well. Thank you for listening to me. on my other channel, Unitonika Live, I finally got memberships. Funny thing is, I'm not on YouTube very much anymore because I wasn't making money on here. And it was like not worth my time because people didn't come see me anymore because everybody hates me. And I wasn't making anything. So it's like, I put all this effort into some streams where I plan them out and I sit here and I create scenes on OBS, and nobody else was using OBS, and I edit videos. Nobody else does that. And nobody appreciated it. So I don't feel like I'm necessary. And plus, I think that YouTube has shadow banned my main channel, which is this one. Because on my other channels, the notifications go out and people watch the videos. So I think this is shadow banned. But it's okay. If you would like to support this channel, you can join the membership on Unitonika Live, or there are some links within the description box. And trust me, I really need help, so I would really appreciate it. Anything you donate will not go towards this channel. I'm just being honest. It would go towards gas in my car, saving for school, and possibly vape juice, and let me see. Oh, maybe a bag of food for Teeny. I always like to keep an extra bag because I just opened up another bag, so she's fine. She has a half a bag left. Plus, like, I have a big container of food that I put her, like, it's like a Tupperware. Anyway, she's fine. But what I'm saying is I'll get her something, like wipes or something like that. If you send like a PayPal, Cashapp, just tell me what you want me to use it for, and I will. What else? Oh, Teeny's 1 now, and I did record for her birthday. This is right before I went to the hospital. So if you guys want to see her birthday, I can make a video and let you guys see it. My parents and I celebrated. It was really great. It was really great. So if you guys want to see it, let me know and I'll put a video together. I have to get some footage from my dad's phone. So again, thank you for listening. My mom and I are going to eat pot stickers. My dad's going to have, I think he's going to have some fish or something. I don't know what my mom made for him. He doesn't like pot stickers. My dad is such a picky eater. He's worse than me. If you know, you know. If you know I'm a picky eater, you know. Anyway, God bless each and every one of you. I hope you're doing fine. Hope your families are doing fine. I hope none of you are sick. I did pray for you guys today. I got communion. And I'm going to try to be positive. It's not going to happen. I said that, but at the same time, I know it's not true. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's not, I don't have anything. I just feel empty. I need to read the Bible. I need to pray more. I pray all the time, but I just feel very alone, very lonely. I wish I had somebody, like a significant other, but I don't. Oh my gosh. I knew I was itching. Look. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and let me know if you want me to go live. Maybe I can have a panel, or if you're a member, I'm gonna start doing, if I get enough members, I have some things planned. So I don't know. I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Bye.